What is up, everyone? Welcome to my Mage Arena 2 MiniQuest guide. The only requirements you need to complete this MiniQuest are the completion of the Mage Arena 1 MiniQuest and to have 75 magic. In addition to this, you also need to have unlocked all of the god spells. That'll be by casting each one of the god spells, that means Saradomin Strike, Guthix Claws, and Flames of Zamorak within the Mage Arena. Right here in the wilderness. It has to be in the wilderness. You need to cast them 100 times each. If you're missing a staff or a cape and you don't know how to get it, head over inside the Mage Arena save zone, head into the sparkling pool, and you can talk to the Chamber Guardian, trade him, and he will sell you the staves. If you're missing a cape, just pray at any of the god statues and you can get an infinite amount of capes. If you need help completing Mage Arena 1, there will be a guide on the top right corner right now. Keep in mind that you cannot auto cast with these staffs. On screen now, I'll be showing you guys which staffs can be used to auto cast which spells. If you're a higher level and you want to make killing the bosses a little easier, you can go ahead and bring the higher level staffs. For the rest of the items, I recommend bringing some dragon hide body and legs, as well as some mage damage boosting equipment. Just small things that can boost your mage damage and defend yourself from PKers. Half of the boss's damage still goes to the prayer, which is why we're wearing dragon hide to reduce it further. You don't need to pray magic, but if you don't, keep in mind they can hit 46, so it's best to have pray magic, but it's not a requirement. If you can get around it, it's fine. If not, I'd highly recommend it. The bosses can technically melee you as well, but every single one of their spawn places has a little rock or something you can use to safe spot them, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Keep in mind you cannot wear the cape with a different staff. For example, if I wear the Saradomin cape, I cannot wear the Guthix staff, but I can wear the Guthix cape with the Guthix staff, the Saradomin staff with the Saradomin cape. For the rest of the items, you're going to have to bring some runes to be able to cast all of the god spells and some food. I'm bringing some Saradomin brews, some super restores, some anglerfish, and some Karambwans for combo eating. I highly recommend you use the blighted stuff if you can, since it is a lot cheaper. If you're an Ironman, you don't have to worry about this, you're fine. Not to get geared up. Once you're geared, your inventory should look something like this. Just the runes to cast the spells, as well as bringing whatever food you want, and have one inventory space empty. Once you're ready, head over to your settings, head over to the controls, and set your player attack option to hidden. That way you cannot get skull tricked and you cannot accidentally attack somebody else. This is pretty important considering you're going to be in the wilderness where everybody can kill you. It's a terrible place. Once you're ready to start the quest, go ahead and talk to Collodion. Are there any more challenges available? Great. And now you get this device. Every time you activate the device, it will tell you the location of one of the bosses. Be careful, every time you activate it, it will do damage to you. This is a map of all the spawns where the bosses can be at. Just activate the stone. It is a hot or cold item, so just activate it. You will take a set amount of damage, and it will tell you whether you're hot or cold. Proceed to one direction, and it'll just feel it again. It'll tell you if you've gotten warmer or colder. The warmer it gets, the closer you get to the spawn, but be very careful since this thing can do about 13-14 damage. So use it scarcely, and if you need to heal up, if you're using brews and restores like I am, make sure for every 3 doses of Saradomin brew, you take 1 dose of super restore. Once you're ready, head outside and start. I always like to keep my logout button ready just in case. I completely forgot to bring a knife to slash the webs, so make sure you pick that up and then head outside. Or again, get ready to log out in case there's anybody back out here. And then just slash the webs. Make it all the way through. And just go ahead and activate your symbol. You can go for whichever one you want, but you want to make sure you're wearing the staff and cape of the thing you're hunting down. For example, I'm wearing the Saradomin staff with the Saradomin cape, so I'm going for Saradomin. So just try to head another direction and then activate it again. Now I'm getting further away. We gotta go this way. And then I'll get back to you guys once I find my demon, since the locations are different for everybody. Once the boss spawns, go ahead and find a comfortable location for you. It doesn't really matter. Just somewhere where if you get attacked by PKers, you can get away quickly. And then just start casting your spell on it. Every single one of the bosses has different mechanics. I will tell you guys for each boss what to do. For example, the Saradomin boss, like you see here, he would cast that ice barrage. All you have to do is move to another square. He will also cast what looks like a water wave. All you need to do is move to another square. If you do not move to the square from the ice barrage, he will freeze you. If you do not move from the square from the water wave, he will telegrab you and then do a ton of melee damage. So be very careful and make sure to avoid that. Once you get the kill, go ahead and pick up the heart. And then quickly bank. Once you're back at the mage bank, go ahead and turn in your item over to Collodion. And now just bank and re-gear for the next boss. For the Zamorak boss, just do the same thing. Keep your distance. And when he spawns a red orb, run away. The orb would increase damage it does depending on how close you are to him. So just make sure you run away when you see the orb come out. If you get far enough, it'll just splash, just like that. And then just keep attacking him. As long as you avoid that orb, this should not be that hard of a fight. Just keep running away from the orb. And then make sure you also don't get hit by that. That is a freeze, very bad. Once again, once he dies, pick up the item. And then go re-bank and re-gear. The Guthix box is pretty simple. Just make sure you kill any of the orbs he spawns around, or they will heal him for 5 health for every second. Once it's dead, just like the rest, pick up the item and head to the bank. Once you're ready to turn in the last item, make sure you grab your favorite cape from the bank and then talk to Collodion. Now use your cape on Collodion. Yes. And that is the Mage Arena 2 MiniQuest completed. For any more cape upgrades, you only have to kill the corresponding boss and not all 3. I hope this guide helps you guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Wait, before you click off the video, did you know I have a Discord where you can ask questions and request videos? Links in the description below.